Welcome back to the FC26 Crystal Palace Career Mode. We're pushing on towards January today. Some important games in the meantime though. Top of the table and high flying and very much flying at quite the altitude. Newcastle United at the top of the table to begin things. 10 wins in their first 14. They've only lost one all season so far. We'll aim to try and make that two, but whether we can or not, obviously, remains to be seen. We've got Liverpool a little bit later on in the episode as well. So things don't necessarily get any easier as we progress through the month of December here. There's also Inter Milan in the Champions League too, so there's that as well. Bournemouth, Sunderland and Fulham will be simmed, and then we'll be into the January transfer window where we will be looking to sell on Uche to raise funds. I'm going to wait to transfer list him until we get to January though, so all of that transfer business is done in the window itself. But for now, we're just going to solely concentrate on trying to get ourselves back towards the top of the table. We're quite a way behind at the moment, but wins against Newcastle and Liverpool today could really do ourselves a massive boost with A, just the confidence in the squad, and B, the belief that maybe we can retain that Premier League title that we won last year. Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content at the moment. I very much appreciate it. Football Manager coming to you as regularly as we can get it to you as well. And you may well yesterday have seen a post on the community tab on the YouTube channel asking what you might like to see as the alternative FC save. So please do leave your comments on that. And by all means, feel free to leave them here as well as to what you might like to see run alongside Palace and Football Manager, or eventually the RTG and Football Manager as a secondary FC26 save. Most likely outside of the English divisions, mainly because we want the English division focus to be on the RTG when that begins in the not too distant future. But we've business here at Crystal Palace to decide first, and we're going to go and do that now. Newcastle's team is good, but there are definitely weak spots in it. Alex Merritt in goal, Cambiasso, Thior, Jon Martin and Destiny Udogie at the back. Then the rest of the side is very good, with an 85 rated Kamara, 88 Tonali, 87 Guimaraes, Voltemada's 83, Anthony Gordon's 86. There are some weak spots though. That Jon Martin at centre-back is only 75 rated, and he's their second highest rated centre-back. They've obviously sold Sven Botman and haven't replaced him. Fabian Schär as well. So some weaknesses in the Newcastle lineup, but evidently as a team, they still do fine because they're top of the table and have only lost one in 14 games. So they're going to be difficult to break down, you imagine. But we can make ourselves, hopefully, as difficult to break down as possible as well. Fingers crossed we can get something from this game. Avoiding defeat is more important than getting the win, just to keep ourselves in touch with Newcastle. But we hope that maybe we might be able to grab the win, and that might potentially knock Newcastle's form a little bit, and we can get ourselves back into the Premier League title fight. Szoboszlai from range, but still over the bar. Arne Slot is Newcastle manager. You weren't expecting that, were you? Over to Kamara, forward to Voltemada. He's obviously going to be exceptional with the ball at his feet. He and Anthony Elanga linked up very well then. Tonali didn't feel like he could get the shot away and ended up looking for a teammate. Probably was the right thing to do in that situation, but they haven't still been able to create the chance on goal. Amora is going, but we'll hold off on playing him in yet. We'll play him in now. To be fair to him there, held his line very well with the offside trap, potentially looking to catch him out. She has been vulnerable to thus far this season. And Uche gives us a 1-0 lead. He's 87 rated, Uche, now. He is still very hit and miss, despite the fact with the coaching boosts and form and sharpness, etc., he has 99 finishing. So does John Duran, but you wouldn't really imagine that either of them had a finishing stat that was quite that high, judging by some of the chances they've missed so far this season. But this one's gone into the back of the net, and if he keeps scoring like this, then we should be able to get quite the fee for him when January rolls around. More goals than the current Mo Salah record for the Premier League, or is it actually Erling Haaland now? Might be Erling Haaland. He's Sandro Tonali, but Dean Henderson is up to the challenge at the moment. 15 minutes into this second half, it's not necessarily looking like either side have taken the impetus here to push on and either turn the game or kill the game, depending on which side you're a fan of. Bring Cherki on for Sarr. I want Sarr to be as fully fit as possible for the game against Inter Milan in just 3 days' time. We're going Saturday to Tuesday, I think, for the Champions League. So we might need to make some changes elsewhere in the squad as well, elsewhere in the team for the remainder of the game after about the 75th minute or so. But we have ourselves... Are you hurt, sir? Bruno Guimaraes, you alright? You okay? You getting back up? Or do I need to put the ball out of play for you, mate? No, he's alright. He's okay. I was going to do the sporting thing there. And quite frankly, it would have wasted some time as well, which would be in our favour. With the scoreline as it is. We could even make the scoreline a little bit bigger. If Amora can find Uche with this ball inside, then Uche with a first-time finish. Absolutely spoons it. 99 finishing, you say? Bollocks. Quickly out of Timber's feet. Gusto. Cherky. A bit of a loose touch, actually, from Cherky there to begin with, but got the ball back. Go on, Ryan. Through the gap. And a first-time ball inside. And Uche has spun well. Surely he'll finish it off here. What was it I said earlier? 99 finishing. Bollocks. Yeah, not a chance. Again, another wasted effort. And that's why we are selling Cristantis Uche in tomorrow's episode. Slater. Forward to Amora. Looking inside to Timber. Amora's going to go again. Bring it down. Deliver it. Cherky's up. Cherky's there at least. Udogie is the one that wins the header. And Malik Shaw finds Anthony Gordon. There's only 9 minutes to go here. Newcastle are running out of time. They are headed towards a second defeat of the Premier League season thus far. But there is still time to do something if Anthony Gordon could figure out how to pass football. Sometimes they pass too much. On this occasion, they didn't pass enough. Cherky. Well, that is naughty from Destiny Udogie. That is one of those professional fouls that the game has added in this year. That's what we saw a lot of last year. But thankfully, we've barely seen any this year. We've seen one professional foul. I think it was in the Valencia save. Actually, it might have been this save. Where a player just kicked out. Just with a single leg. Just swiped at the heels of a man that was running through. And on that occasion, it was just a straight up two-footed lunge from Destiny Udogie, who surely will get a yellow card before the end of the game. But there is the end of the game. Hopefully the referee will give it to him. But it didn't in the end impact the result. We do give Newcastle their second defeat of the Premier League season. We close the gap on the league leaders. Arsenal draw with Liverpool as well, so we close the gap on a couple of sides above us elsewhere as well. In the Premier League now, we sit... Let's have a quick scrolly up. In the Premier League, we are now 7th and now just 8 points off the top of the table, not the 11 we were previously, and are 5 points off the Champions League spots. It's still quite a way because we've been drawing too many games, haven't we? But it is absolutely recoverable from where we are. Neither ourselves nor Inter Milan have had an amazing start to life in the Champions League phase. We've got 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat. And Inter have 1 win, 2 draws and 2 defeats. So this is very much whoever loses this game might well be going out of the Champions League this season. This is a biggie. It's actually not that surprising that Inter aren't doing that well in the Champions League. Other than Bastoni at 89, Martinez at 88, Calhanoglu 84 and Burkhardt 85, the rest of the side are not very good, quite frankly, for the level that they should be at. Late 70s, very early 80s at best. They are not the side that they should be, Inter Milan, or the side that we would have expected they would be coming into this game. So they're absolutely there for the taking in terms of the quality difference between the two sides. We should be winning this tie. But obviously the Champions League is always more difficult than the Premier League. So we will do what we can and have faith that the result will come. John Duran restored to the starting lineup. Ryan Cherky restored to the starting lineup on the left-hand side as well. And Sarr, not quite fully fit, but does play. Plenty of space for Ishmaila now. Drill it looking for Duran. Under control, on the left foot, off the post. Well, can't come much closer than that without scoring the goal. If I had just a little bit more finesse on it, a little bit more whip, a bit more curve, then maybe it would have found the back of the net. Zobo's like, well, that's a ridiculously heavy touch out of absolutely nowhere. That's not what we expect from Dominic. Reed on the other side. Sure of his first name. It's Fratesi, though. And Lautaro. And that, through Jonathan Burkhardt, is 1-0 into Milan. The two strikers are their best two players, outside of Bastoni at 89 at the back. And third goal in 4 games in the Champions League for Jonathan. He's rightly keeping Marcus Thuram out of the side here. I mean, I thought Martinez probably should have shot, and if Burkhardt hadn't have scored, I'm sure his teammates would have been furious at Lautaro, but his teammates scored, so everybody's happy. At least everybody that's Italian is happy. Let's ball through to Lautaro. I just waited before I gave that any reaction whatsoever because I feared that that might be on its way in. And it floated, and it floated, and it dipped, and it didn't quite drop in time off the bar from Lautaro with a speculative effort from outside the box that very nearly doubled Inter Milan's lead. They are proving to be quite dangerous here, Inter Milan. Duran through to Turkey. Bisek looking to close me down, looking inside to John Duran, who can get past any other defender that isn't Bastoni, probably in that situation, unfortunately. Just so happened to be the wrong man he came up against, trying to jink past. Here's Reed forward from fullback. Slater, a fullback of our own, has done well there. And now he's out of position. Oh, Bisek just bossed Cherky there. Still forward, I think. Yeah, here he is, Reed. So if we can... Oh my God, Lautaro. If we can get the ball away, Burkhardt's putting a good challenge there. There is an offside in there. Oh, dear me. We're under pressure here. Inter have been the better side. Most of their quality... Oh, dear, come on, mate. Most of their quality is in the forward areas, and they have built very well in this fixture thus far. Their build-up play has been particularly impressive and difficult to deal with, looking for Cherky through the gap as the man in the middle was playing him onside, but couldn't find him. Inter will lead at the break, and our Champions League future hangs in the balance here. Very nearly gave it away immediately again. Oh, stupid heavy touch out of nowhere. Lautaro. And Reed. Lautaro. I want to let the fullbacks for them get forward. Same combination again. Lautaro to Burkhardt. Nearly ended in a goal again. Yeah, I want to let their... Oh, I can't keep it in. I want to let their fullbacks get forward so that we have the opportunity to get in behind... Oh my God, Jonathan. I think that went through his body, but... Such is the way of things in FC sometimes. So we can make the most of their 5-back being a little bit open, which it is now. But I just can't quite find that one pass I need to fully unlock their defensive unit. The 5-back is still relatively vulnerable if you can find the right passage of play to exploit it. If their fullbacks get forward, you can get in behind. If their fullbacks are very defence-minded and hold position, you can't. Lautaro Martinez apparently can do whatever the hell he wants, and I can't get near him. He's still going here. Finally, we get the ball off him. I can't get the ball away. And Lautaro loses possession once more. Jalanolu, Sucic, Burkhardt. I don't think that is a genuine penalty, but we will have a look at VAR. His hands are down by... So you can already see that Vivian's hands are down by side. And that hits his body first. That... I mean, I don't even know as it hits his arm, does it? It hits him in the chest. It literally doesn't even hit his arm. That is not a penalty, ref. A clear and obvious error. I think a point is probably the best we can hope for at the moment. Oh, I should have played that through the air. But a point keeps our Champions League dreams alive. Obviously, I think we might end up being in a position where I'm going to have to play, save that, one of, if not both, FC Copenhagen and Marseille in the next episode. Duran, Sarri's going, time it right. Doesn't matter whether you time it right or not. If you don't aim it right, ball is released at the right time, but at the wrong angle. That was a really genuine chance there. Again, that was meant for Sarr and it went towards Duran. Just not getting the luck in this one, it seems. Really not much time left to go at all. And if they grab a second through Burkhardt with the through ball there, it really would have been toast. Such a bad touch by Malo Gusto. Everybody's bottling it, including me. Burkhardt, Lautaro, post. That's as close as we've come to having the game and the result absolutely sealed and certain. Amura beats Reed. Run. Don't stop running. Just keep running. Run, run, run. Just keep running. All right, sick. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose at home to Inter Milan here, which, on the face of things, if you were just to look at the result, you'd say, all right, fair enough. If you were to look at the stats, you'd say, all right, fair enough. But the calibre of player, this on paper, this is a game we should have won. And we've not only not won it, we couldn't even take a point. Defeat in the Champions League with 2 games to go in the league phase. I think we're certainly not going to finish top 8 and will be hard pushed at the minute to make it into the top 24. Bournemouth next in the Premier League. And with a full strength, Dean Henderson's now 88 rated in goal. With a full strength side, you would imagine the result would go that way. Amora with 2, Slater with 1, and Gusto. So 2 goals from fullbacks in that game. Szoboszlai missed a penalty after Evan Nielsen had equalised for Bournemouth, but a straightforward victory for us. Newcastle beat Liverpool, who are our next opponents here. 2 player roles available. Henderson's now 89 rated. He'd only just made it to 88. Now he's 89. Go on, Dino. Curtis Jones is not far away from being 84 with regards to the progress bar, but quite clearly a number of weeks away from being 84 rated, unfortunately. It is Liverpool that we face next then. We are 6th in the Premier League. They are 7th, a single point behind us. And the gap still 8 points to the top. 2 points now to the top 4 as other sides start to wobble. Let's beat Liverpool, please. Certainly going to have to play better than we did against Inter if we're to do that. Liverpool right behind us in the league, but they are strong. Mamadishvili, Joe Gomez, Ibrahima Konate and DiMarco. Fisher is a Rudiger regen. Salah McAllister, Klavenberg and 93 rated Wirtz. Ekitike and Isak up top as a duo. Pretty scary. They've got Enzo Maresca in charge. We have beaten Liverpool in this save a couple of times. We've lost to Liverpool in this save a couple of times. You know which one I'd prefer today. And he's looking for Sarr, and Sarr will look to spin DiMarco. DiMarco is equal to it. Obviously, Szoboszlai, a familiar face, and in the deal for Dominic Szoboszlai, we sent Ezel Zuli the other way. And Ezel Zuli is on their bench today for Liverpool, but rather obviously Salah and Wirtz get the nod ahead of the 82 rated still Ezel Zuli. John Duran's in behind here, and John Duran's left foot forces the save out to Mamadishvili. 1-2 with Szoboszlai. Oh, it's just not enough time and space to get the step over in to send the defender. Konate just came in steaming in. It just battered his way into me and took the ball with him. 0-0 so far. Strength from Klavenberg against Szoboszlai there. That's poor from DiMarco though, and now we might have an overload of players here trying to send Duran away. Up against Konate. Up against Konate and DiMarco. Back inside it's Szoboszlai, and Sarr was waiting for it in the middle, but I can't get it to him, and that sums up the frustration of not just this game, but the majority of today's episode. Yes, we might have gotten a victory in the first game, but Inter Milan and Liverpool have proven to be such more difficult tests, and they're tests I can't pass at the moment. Nice interception at the beginning of the half. Liverpool giving the ball away. Is that a sign of weakness here in this second half, that maybe there might be a way through for us? We'll try and pin them in here. Keep the pressure on. Timber's going to come short for this. And Szoboszlai and Wharton. And Wharton still as he lets fly. Didn't happen. Salah. Ekitike. Trying to stop them from getting it back to it. Stop them from getting it back to Ekitike. I'm struggling to talk today for some reason. Isak intercepted well by Malo Gusto. Looking to drive forward. Draw DiMarco out of position. Sarr's in behind. Sarr. Duran. Duran still. Tried to kick it. Couldn't. Mora's touch is good. And Szoboszlai. And Duran. He's beat the man. John Duran! All about the footwork and the skill to get past the defender. 6 goals in 12 games. Now that is just what the doctor ordered. McAllister. Find Ekitike here. He's just used the exact same skill move that got me the goal to get past me. Salah, Ekitike, Dino. To the rescue once more. Excellent work by Liverpool in the breakaway counter-attack. But thankfully, having an... Oh my God! Deary me, having an 89 rated goalkeeper makes a difference. Corner comes in. Ekatike's up. Sometimes you need an 88 rated CDM centre mid as well on the line to clear it when the goalkeeper can't get near it. Wharton stops Liverpool from finding the equaliser. That was a giant interception from him. I think it's just a case of hang on now. I hadn't even noticed the in-game time. 86th minute. Let's just see it through, please, gents, from here. Be a massively important 1-0 win. Things in the Champions League are going indifferently for us. Things in the Premier League aren't going amazingly well. We're quite a way off the top of the table. But having beaten Newcastle... Oh... And maybe having beaten Liverpool as well, the Premier League goes from strength to strength. Got the win against Bournemouth in the Simmer too, and it's a win against Liverpool here by a 1-0. In the Premier League, we can do it. In the Champions League, we are very much, in a minute, hit and miss. Amura's come to me and asked to play here against Sunderland, and I'm quite happy to pop him into the starting lineup. Might even throw an 87 rated Uche in up top ahead of John Duran to try and get him in the shot window a little bit more. It's a narrow 2-1 win, but Uche did get the first goal of the game. We bossed it though and deserved the 3 points, judging by the statistics there. We were still 6th prior to that game. We're now up to 3rd as other results have gone our way or other games hadn't yet been played. We are genuinely up to 3rd. Yeah, other games have been played. Arsenal have had a little bit of a wobble of their own. Newcastle, 6 points to gap now to the top of the table. If we hadn't quite drawn so many games, we'd be much more competitive at the top of the table. A roll update for Adam Wharton now. How close is he to being 89 rated? Very, very close indeed. 7 weeks or so before he goes up another rating as well. It's fantastic stuff. The side is growing really well right now. Mora says, thanks for listening. Lacroix wants more football. I could play him, to be fair, against the 15th placed Fulham. So let's do that. Let's throw Lacroix in. And we'll throw Amora on the right as Sar's slightly tired. And we certainly still should be good enough to get a result here at home against Fulham as well. But we don't. It's only a draw. And it's only a draw thanks to young Reed off the bench. Kevin gave them an early lead. Newcastle win 4-3 against Wolves. Arsenal drawing with City's good news for us. Two sides around us taking points off each other. But unfortunately, we've just taken points off ourselves by only drawing that game against a lowly Fulham. So we're exactly halfway through the league season now. And I think actually Arsenal had a game. Was it Arsenal? No, Villa had a game in hand. So we're exactly halfway through the league season. Gap at the top has now opened back out to 8 points. And it's 7 points from first to second. Newcastle is absolutely the title favourite right now, isn't it? Chelsea, Manchester City, ourselves and Arsenal all within 1 point of each other, sharing 36 and 35 after 19 games apiece. It will take a turnaround at the top, but it is doable. We will try and retain our Premier League title if we can. In the Champions League, we've dropped to 21st, which is still good enough to get through to the playoff round. But we're going to have to make sure that we pick up some results. So, against FC Copenhagen and Olympique Marseille, we will need to do something in the next episode, but we will also be doing something in the transfer window in the next episode. We're going to be selling Christian Tsuche. We're going to be hopefully buying a very good striker as his replacement. I've only got 27 million in my transfer budget at the minute, but Uche is valued at 86 million. And we certainly will get a decent fee for him, hopefully over 100, which means I could sign someone else for hopefully over 100. It's going to be probably the only deal we do, but it might be the deal that decides how well we finish in all competitions this season. So don't miss January's episode tomorrow. Do check that community post that went live on the YouTube channel yesterday. I'd very much like your feedback on that, please, if you could. But for now, that's all for me. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Come and join me on stream here on YouTube or on Kick or Twitch, and I'll see you next time.